of the major drive for resentment, is when the man has done more withdrawals than deposits. I feel that we need to first understand that everyone has an emotional bank.
Okay. Male or female?
Male, female. Okay. And then that's why I said that love get tired because people make more withdrawals without making deposits. Wow. See, almost any account will go red. I mean, if every time you just keep spending, one day you will exhaust the funds there.
Some marriages are in red.
They are in red, pure red. Nothing to withdraw. That now something that could have been a discussion point can now, open up to a major issue where we are fighting and shouting.
Oftentimes, I've always seen that it doesn't necessarily show up as an explosion. Sometimes it can show up as a withdrawal. The woman just withdraws. Something that we both have called crystallization.
Wow, and that is a very bad place to get to.
Kai. She no longer cares about you. She no longer cares about what you look like. She no longer, you are existing, you are alive, that's fine. She no longer dots after you. She no longer, she's done.
And you said this is where most marriages actually are.
One conversation can change a marriage. This might just be that conversation. Here we don't avoid hard truths. We have honest conversations that heal, that strengthen, and challenge marriages through practical wisdom and biblical principles that you can actually live by. If you're ready to build a marriage that does not just survive, but truly thrives, then you are in the right place. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Your story or question might just be the conversation that changes someone else's marriage. Now let's begin. Hello, welcome to another episode of our little conversations, private conversations. If you're married, this is an awesome place to be. If you're not married, well, you're welcome, but you can learn, the things that you want to learn. Or let me just say, this place is a good place to learn some things, and you can store them somewhere, and then when you're married, you can use them and be well informed in your marriage. All right, so this is an amazing episode, and I've been looking forward to this particular episode for the longest of time. And I will not be doing it alone. I'm going to be having my amazing super husband here with me as we start on today's episode. Before I bring him up on board, I am Pastor Segun Odeyemi. I'm a certified marriage counselor and therapist, and I'm super excited to be doing this with you. Receive with me my co-hosts at today's episode of marriage, relationship, love, and everything else in between. Receive my husband, Pastor Segun Odeyemi. All right. So this particular topic, I want us to go into it in the, to the detail. I want us to go into it in details. All right. So, and the topic I have in mind today is, what do you do when your love is tired? What do you do when your love is tired? That's an
amazing topic.
Yes, because I've noticed that it's not as though people are no longer in love, or they've forgotten why they, got married, or they want to divorce, or they want to separate, or they want to do something. Their love is just tired. Their love is just tired. They lack motivation to do anything, even if they go for a marriage conference, and then maybe the marriage host is saying something around marriage. You're like, oh, please, can we talk about something else? They're not interested anymore. They've silently made some decisions in their hearts that, well, I think this is not for me. I think I'm just going to, just
let things slide.
And then every day is just monotonous. Some other aspects may be exciting. Maybe work, a work friend, hanging out with friends. going to church, every other aspect may be interesting, but that aspect, that romantic aspect in their marriage is now tired.
Yeah.
So this particular episode is all about what do you do when your love is tired. No, it's just there. It's not shining, it's not sparkling. What do you do? Or I want to start the question this way.
Yeah.
Is it only newly married couples that experience or that should experience that spark? That early, adrenaline energy that you are there hugging each other, being all touchy, is it only newly married couples that should experience that kind of energy in their marriage?
No, I don't think so. You know, as a matter of fact, I feel like the energy, the feelings can be sustained. Yeah, all through marriage. So it shouldn't be just people who are newly married.
Yeah.
Okay, that should actually feel that way.
Yeah, this thing you just said now, we've said it in different episodes, lots and lots of episodes where we say that, love, where we thought, I think love that lasts.
Okay.
And where we had the other podcasts, and, we've always talked about that love can be sustained,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So thank you for that response and reminding me again. My second question, right? What usually leads to tiredness, that love tiredness? What leads to that love fatigue in marriage? What causes it? From a man's point of view, I would try and think of, a woman's point of view, but I want to know, from a man's point of view, what happens when a man is just tired of his marriage? Maybe not tired, let me use the word excited. He's no longer excited in his marriage. What causes it? What starts it?
So I just feel that there's something about marriage that if left to the tides of time, one will get tired. If left to the tides of time, and by tides of time, I mean work. You wake up in the morning, go to work, and then, you just do the things you need to do, without understanding that there's a marriage that must feed, or there's a marriage that you must feed. Now, without that understanding, over the years, love gets tired, all right? Because sometimes we keep investing in other things, all right? They never really truly invest and pay attention, okay, to the love that we now have. So there are really a lot of things that really get love tired, that if care is not taken, that we are in the same house, then somehow we become roommates. We do everything together, truly. We speak with each other, we gist with each other, we talk about the children, we talk about work, we talk about the house, we talk about the church, all right, we talk about, every other thing, but we never truly get to talk about us.
So are you trying to say that the fact that they are talking does not mean that their love is alive, so to say?
See, the moment you marry someone, you cannot marry somebody you are not talking to.
Yeah.
So somehow in marriage, conversations go on.
Yeah, because
however, you have a lot you are doing together. All right, you talk about the children's school fees. You talk about food.
Yeah.
You talk about where you are going to.
Yeah.
Right? But that doesn't mean we are talking about us. See, I'm saying that it is possible.
Wow.
And this is very true.
Yeah.
It is possible we talk about every other thing that are important without talking about us. Now, before marriage started, the bulk of the conversation is always about us.
Sure.
How are you and all of those things, this and that. Sure. But the truth is that as the years, as days turn into week, as weeks turn into months in marriage, we now have other things that we do together or that we are involved in together to talk about.
The thing is, these things usually look like the new priority.
Yeah.
But the point is, we still have to do a hard drive or a hard turn to making the marriage, our union,
powerful,
a priority above every other thing.
That is so powerful. And see there, when you now tell a man that we are not talking, the man doesn't understand.
Because he feels like, we talked yesterday.
You still asked me about school fees. You still told me about the fact that we need to...
about the children.
The children, we still talk about... So, how come you are saying we are not talking?
We're not talking.
Because it is possible for us to talk about every other thing and not talk about the one thing that truly matters most, which is the marriage.
Which is us.
Which is us, yeah.
In light of what you've just said, apart from talking, all right, deliberate, intentional talking, you know, about us, you know, I guess you're not saying that, you know, we should not talk about other things, but we must
other
be
things are vital, truly. However, we need to know that all of these things exist because we are together.
Because we are together.
Yeah.
So we have to feed this togetherness so that other things can work.
Flourish.
Not feed other things so that this can work.
Yeah. Because that is always the escape route. Yeah. The moment communication starts breaking down, then we start to, you know, look for solace. That's the word now. Solace in other things.
Like the children.
Like work. Like the house. Like the business. Yeah. You know.
Like the ministry.
Yes. But we never talk about us. What is most important.
Okay. So aside that, okay, from on the part of the woman, I feel like women get exhausted because we women, we like to, we are participators, right? So we want to talk, we want to play, we want to gist, you know, and stuff. So I feel personally that when a woman's love is cold, it must have been something that she has reiterated over time. Something she has been talking about over time. Something she has been emphasizing on. Something she has probably even begged for over time. That the man probably didn't pay attention to, you know, and then eventually she has just, maybe for the sake of peace, you know, in counseling, we call it the avoidant syndrome, where you want to just avoid the conversation and just, you know, for peace to reign, swallow it. Resentments are growing, but just for the sake of peace, you allow it to just be, you know. So, you know, and doing that over time, doing that again and again, you know, she just discovers that she's no longer, you know, her emotions are no longer moving towards her husband. The love is no longer there. Love is no longer blooming. So because she just, somewhere in her mind, there's no point. You know, and you know, the truth is this: a lot of times people don't understand that even as believers, this can happen to you.
Powerful.
Because it's also, avoidance is also saying, oh, I'm going to just do the word. And we don't understand what it means to do the word. Do the word does not mean that you should keep quiet, that you should ignore
your spouse.
Because love is patient.
Beautiful.
You know, if you're patient with something, it means that thing is in process towards an end. So you are patient with the process. Bible does not say love avoids. Love is patient. You know that there's something going on, you know, that will get somewhere someday. So I'm patient through the process. You know, I've told him, he attempted doing it. Maybe he has forgotten. I send a gentle reminder, you know, and then, oh, he picks up again. I know, but when a man is not even making any attempt at being better at something that a woman has flogged again and again, her love grows cold.
And I feel that one of the major drives for resentment, you know, is when the man has done more withdrawals than deposits.
We're not saying that kind of withdrawal.
Okay, so let me explain what I mean.
Okay.
Right, so imagine an emotional bank. All right. So imagine an emotional bank, and every now and then, all right, the man says something hurtful. All right, he maybe doesn't compliment. You know, imagine you're speaking to me now, and then I'm on my phone. I say, yeah, I'm listening to you. Now, all of those actions, eventually, they come together as withdrawals. You know, and so if there are no deposits to balance out the withdrawals, what you will find out is that, all right, love is going to get tired. Are you following what I'm trying to say now?
I want to ask, what kind of deposits? Because I know the kind of deposits that I give you, my husband, to deposit to your emotional bank. Right? Because on my own end, I just had to understand you, understand how you hear love, how you understand, how you hear I love you from
Beautiful.
me. So I know that one. I don't have to say it on camera, but I'm saying that what are the different types of deposits that a man can make into a woman's emotional bank.
Beautiful. So speaking of deposit now, I feel that we need to first understand that everyone has an emotional bank.
Okay.
In fact,
Male or female?
male, female, you get what I'm trying to say?
Beautiful.
Either the husband or the wife. As a matter of fact, you can do something wrong, but because you have deposited in an emotional bank, she still doesn't really feel like what you've done is wrong. Like something that should cause an issue won't cause an issue because she's in a good space emotionally because you've made deposits.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So, and then, now the truth is that if we are not deliberate, if we are not intentional, ordinarily you will make more withdrawals than deposits. Are you following what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand withdrawals and deposits.
All right there.
If okay, an example of deposits, right?
Yeah.
Would it be that maybe you're in need of company from your wife, so that's that's a withdrawal, right?
If all right, so if you are the one needing something,
that's a withdrawal,
and you take it from her, that's a withdrawal. Now, things you do that are also not right, probably you shouted at her, you did something wrong, that will also account to a withdrawal too. Yeah. But let's say, I take you out on a date now, and then maybe that's a deposit. You get what you eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So let's say probably, I'm coming back home and I saw this shoe and I said, all right, baby girl, let me bring it home.
It's a deposit.
So with that, and
I understand.
And then that's why I said that love get tired because people make more withdrawals without making deposits.
Wow, that's
See,
so powerful.
almost any account will go red. I mean, if every time you just keep spending, one day you will exhaust the funds there.
Some marriages are in red.
They are in red. I mean, pure red. Nothing to withdraw again. That now something that could have been a discussion point can now, open up to a major issue where we are fighting and shouting.
Just a little push.
Yes, because even when you
everybody's red.
Yeah, when you hear what caused the argument, you're like, he said he will not be coming home early, and you shouted. Now you are checking what he said, and then the action from the wife, and you are thinking that how does this action, amount to what he said, or what he said? How did they push this action? Now, what you don't know is that woman has been in red since.
Wow.
That you can come back home and remove your shoe and keep in this sitting room, and all hell will be let loose. Now, we need to understand that it is not just the action that you did that is causing the wahala. The wahala is being caused because you have made more withdrawals than deposits.
Okay.
So I believe that love get tired. All right, that if we just keep making withdrawals, you never take time to deposit.
That's so powerful. Sometimes, when you were speaking, as a counselor, I get to see a lot of things like this.
Yeah.
When a woman comes for counseling and she is so full of resentment, filled with so much emotions raging from everywhere. And then a counselor can obviously see, because of the deliberate, intentional questions, as can correctly diagnose that this is the issue. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So oftentimes, I've always seen that it doesn't necessarily show up as an explosion. Sometimes it can show up as a withdrawal.
Powerful.
The woman just withdraws. Something that we both have called crystallization.
Wow, and that is a very bad place to get to. She
crystallizes.
Kai.
She no longer cares about you. She no longer cares about what you look like. She no longer, you are existing, you are alive, that's fine. She no longer dots after you. She no longer, she's done.
And you said this is where most marriages actually are now.
Wow.
Where we have learned to be good husbands and wife, and we have learned to play husband and wife well to the world. However, all right, indoor, we don't really have a relationship.
No relationship. Everybody, and now with the growing technology, everybody now has a bestie, their phone.
Powerful.
You're on your phone. We're trained to talk. But now we're enforcing journaling. I honestly feel I honestly think if you're going through something in your marriage, journaling is a good therapeutic, thing to do. It's
Yeah.
beautiful and all. But I really think that the end of journaling should be that you come up with a solution on how to have that same conversation with your spouse.
Powerful. Powerful. Not
Then,
using it as a way of escape
as a way of escape to
from the
avoid
conversation, difficult conversations.
Yes, from the difficult conversation,
Powerful.
because we should have difficult conversations.
Yep.
Now, I was talking about the phone bestie. So everybody comes home and then, boom, there's
Yeah.
something to take your attention. There's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's something to keep you engaged.
Yeah.
In the days of our fathers and mothers, they didn't have that. So at the end of the day, they're stuck with each other.
Powerful.
Yeah. So I really think that, like I said earlier, the woman has crystallized.
Yeah.
So, and this is one way to identify when your love has grown cold.
Beautiful. So let me enter that.
Yeah. Enter it.
I've observed that when a woman crystallizes, the husband is surprised.
Why is he surprised?
And I will explain. He's surprised because he cannot trace the outcome to his actions. Okay,
Wow.
so let me give an
Wow.
example now. All right.
I
So-
really thought that every man knew that when a woman is not happy,
No.
like you're to point the finger at yourself.
No, see, most times, all right, men want to give the
Wait,
woman
baby,
the
when
credit.
I'm quiet, do you
Yeah.
usually think that something is wrong with me that's not you?
All right, so I feel it is because you've not crystallized yet. Now,
No, I can't
so
crystallize.
when a woman crystallizes,
Yeah.
that becomes a perpetual mode.
Okay.
And see, the way you can understand that probably you've done something wrong is that this woman was not like this when I married her.
She was always jumping.
She was always
around you.
jumping, happy,
Yeah.
doesn't out after
Yeah.
you. Then over
Touching
the
your
years,
hair, touching your head.
over the years, as things kept going wrong, things kept going wrong, things kept going wrong. Now she has formed into a new mode, and you're saying that you don't even understand the way she
has
is. She has no
changed.
joy. She's
no
not
longer
happy.
happy
She's
around.
not this and that. She doesn't pay attention to the things she once paid attention to that you
True.
truly fell in love with.
Kai,
You understand what I'm trying to
that
say?
happy girl.
Yeah. So when a woman crystallizes, the man is forming. He doesn't know what is going on.
Do you know I've noticed something, sir? This
Powerful.
thing you just said.
Yeah.
I once met an elderly woman, in her, I think, early 70s or
Powerful.
late 60s.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But she and her husband have this fantastic relationship.
Hmm.
And one thing was very evident. I saw her and she was behaving like a 29, 30-year-old woman. The woman was so jumpy, so excited,
Yeah.
And it just made me think. And that was not the first person I was seeing. I just when I see people like that or women like that,
Yeah.
I'm usually wondering what the extra ingredient is. And it just always occurs to me that somebody kept them as a girl. Someone
Powerful.
kept them soft.
Powerful.
Someone kept them in that state of,
Powerful.
openness, staying playful,
Powerful.
staying joyful, so to
Powerful.
say. And what men don't know is they don't understand how much of an effect marriage has on a woman.
Yeah.
It has a lot of effects.
Yeah. I don't want my wife to be giving masculine energy in the house. All right. Yeah, because sometimes people display masculine energy. There are women that if you check well, they might. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It is because, and this is true, it is because either the husband has not done a good job or the wife is not listening to the husband.
That's
always
an
one of the
extreme.
two.
That's an extreme. That's like two end of the conversation. But because I
Yeah.
really don't want this to be too long,
Yeah.
we'll get to that. Wow, is either the man is not doing a good job or the woman is not listening. Kai,
Yeah.
I don't want us to get into
Because every woman who is truly happy,
Kai
well treated, is a girl at heart.
is a girl at heart.
Is a
True.
girl at heart. And
That's true.
I feel it's so beautiful
That's true.
to see. Even when
That's
the woman
true.
is a mother, even when she's in her 60s,
Grandmother stage.
she's still a girl at heart. And I've met a lot of them,
Yeah.
sat with them in their
Yeah.
60s. A woman who is loved is a girl at heart.
Is a girl
When
at
a
heart.
woman starts behaving
Sure.
as if she wears boxers, there's something up. There's something up.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, something is up. Because sometimes,
What do you mean?
I'm telling you, sometimes I see women display some energy, and I tell myself, if you check this woman well, he will be wearing boxers. There's something up. A
Oh my God.
Your friend.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling
I'm
you.
sorry.
No, see, because that is the truth of the matter. A woman who is loved,
Yeah.
I mean, she's a grandmother, she's this and that, is still a girl at heart.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I just saw that what's it called? That mark,
Yeah.
with them.
Powerful.
And I noticed that when I see women that their husbands have hardened, they feel there's no need to be soft with their wives.
Yeah.
They don't have to be, attentive. They don't have to be passionate. They don't have to
Yeah.
be caring.
Yeah.
They don't have to be, attention to details, giving out compliments, and so many all those good stuff. I see these women have hardened.
Yeah.
There are women that, they are very, 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 they're about too unpleasurable, or two statements, or two, I don't know how to put it now, two toe steps or two toes away from giving you a lash out with their words, So, sometimes you just see them on the road, or you see them around, and you're like, hey, what's making you so angry? What's making you so,
Yeah.
I see that a lot. I see that a lot. So now that, it has come to this, all right, a lot of marriages are going through this.
Yeah.
Their love has grown cold. Their love is no longer loving,
Yeah.
so to say. In very few, very short words, how can this love be warmed up again? How can, because it's usually good for it not to happen at all.
Yep.
Although we have ways in counseling, there's a way we go about it and help the marriages, especially during marriage counseling.
Yeah.
But I want to see from the layman's, because you are not the counselor.
Yeah.
You are a man of God that,
Yeah.
you are passionate about things like this, and you're my
Yeah.
husband. So I want to know, how can this be warmed up without bringing in all the old professional, jargons that we know? How can love be warmed up again?
All right. So speaking from the perspective of God's servants, this is what I think. What comes to heart is Revelation chapter 2, verse 4. All right. The Bible says, this is what I have to say concerning you. It says, you have forsaken your first love.
Okay.
All right. Now, it went on to say in verse 5, it says, remember where you are fallen and do your first work. Do your first work. See, I feel it takes a lot of sincerity to admit that this is where we're not getting these things right.
Yeah.
You say, and please, I want to beg you.
Yeah.
If you're in a marriage that, things are not working, you being quiet will not make it work. It will only let it go bad.
Okay.
So, I will advise that we have a sit down and identify what are the things we're not getting
Have
right.
sincere conversations.
Yeah. What will you have me do better? What are the things I say to you that hurt you? Remember where you are falling. What are the things we used to do at the beginning of this marriage, when we started our relationship, that we don't do anymore?
Are you asking me, should I talk?
I know recently we bought Monopoly.
Yeah, bought Monopoly.
We bought Monopoly, we bought Ludo, and all of those things,
Yeah.
board games. Yeah, because we need to remember, because see, the truth is that life can get very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy, work.
I remember chess.
Yeah, chess,
I think we fell in love deeply on chessboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you short.
No, good there. So I just feel that we must remember all of these things.
Yeah.
And we must have sincere conversations.
Actually.
All right. The way you always speak to me when your friends are there, I don't like it. Giving an example now, the way you talk when the children are there, all right. There's a way you get angry when you are hungry. You understand? Because I don't know who said that, but it has been said that an angry man, an hungry man is an angry man. All right. So we must start to remember where we are falling.
Yeah, and I feel that for a woman,
I
just feel like men listen more. If there's something she has always talked about, if they're not extreme things, like things that you feel like, at least meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Let there be a process, that let it be seen that you're making efforts. Not that maybe she's complaining about, you no longer buy me gifts, you no longer take me out. You might have gotten so busy, but it's something that you can start doing once in a while. Date her again.
Powerful.
Compliment her. She comes back, she says she's going to make her hair. keep it somewhere. Make a mental note that, okay, my wife is coming back. This is how I'm going to react. Know that she comes in from, it's a lot to make somebody's hair, and then comes in and, how is my hair? It's okay. It's okay. That's not a way to, it's more like all the effort just went down the drain.
Powerful.
And one thing a woman does?
Yeah.
She keeps looking for that compliment. So she just walks out and one random guy just says, wow, madam, you just made your hair. You look so nice. Wow. The person has stolen that point from you. So I feel like it still comes back to our message to the body when it comes to marriage. Intentionality.
Yeah,
an effort.
Yeah.
So it's still, make a mental, be deliberate, be intentional.
Yeah.
If there's something she's talking about, or you no longer compliment me, you no longer take me out, you now prefer hanging out with the boys, or the guys or the men, whatever it is she has been complaining about,
fix it.
Be start like listen indeed. Don't just hear. Like listen, and make effort towards it. And then acknowledge emotions. I'm sorry I made you feel this way. I'm sorry that you've been feeling abandoned. You've been feeling this. I feel like those little efforts, make a lot of difference.
Yes.
People usually emphasize and overflog things when they feel like their emphasis are not heard.
Yeah.
They tend to shout. They tend to nag. They tend to increase their volume or just withdraw because they just feel like there's no point. I'm talking. You're not. So they now become roommates.
And that's
the
so
woman,
powerful.
she just locks up her emotions because she feels, I keep giving you this thing. You keep trampling on it. So she just feels like, okay, you know what? For my safety, my mental health, and all, I'm just going to lock up. Is that good? No.
Yeah.
It's not good. But sometimes, it is a healthy way to protect
escape issues.
Yes, escape issues and protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, if that issue brings her to a point of maybe a fatal point in her life, everybody would say, well, to God be the glory. There was nothing we could do. So it's more like a self-preservation, survival mode instinct. She locked up her emotions. And once it's locked up like that, you have to do a lot of banging on that door for that door to open up again. Yeah. And that's why we call it crystallization. She has solidified. So to thaw her, there has to be a lot of heat. Powerful. Introduced. So I just felt like when love has grown cold, this is such a powerful conversation.
And I just want to just add, that we must be very careful. We must be very careful because as the years go by, there's a tendency for love to go cold. For example, all right, maybe the first 6 months of marriage, when she cooks. We say, oh, thank you, baby, for cooking. Thank you for this food.
New married man syndrome.
But as the years go by, cooking becomes a job. It is now the woman's job in the house to cook. So something you once appreciated, something you once thanked her for, is now a job description in the home. And these are things that, yes.
They were not like that at the beginning.
They were not like that. In the beginning, it was not so.
They were not. Yeah. So marriage can always stay fresh.
Yeah, if we remain intentional.
Yeah, you don't get familiar with each other. Things you used to once compliment, things you used to once appreciate. The man, when he would turn on the gen, before he used to do all that as a single woman, but maybe he turns on the gen, goes out in the middle of night and stuff like that. You are, oh baby, thank you for doing this. When I used to be single, I used to do this. But now it's now his job, his responsibility. Please go and turn on the gen, and then you start speaking to the man in those
in a
tones,
certain way.
Or you start speaking to the woman, or you don't even speak at all.
Forgetting that a man won't compromise honor for anything.
Hey, he won't.
Honor is the food the man eats in marriage. Yeah. And we need to understand that.
As much as we're not projecting that kneel down and lie down on the floor for your husband.
But at the same time,
saying the way you speak, the way you have always spoken. At the beginning of the marriage, it was looking like because you appreciate him, because you respect him, because you are feeling glad that you guys are now married. It looks like that's what it is. But that's actually what the man wants. I don't even want us to get into this common topic. We'll get into it.
So
in other episodes.
All right, now. So let me just add this there.
Yeah.
And I want those watching to take this test.
Yeah.
So pick up your phone now, everybody. All right, can we do this together? All right, go on WhatsApp.
Okay.
WhatsApp. Open the chat with your husband or your wife.
Okay.
Check the last 20 messages. Now, what you will find out is that it is one,
iMessage.
or iMessage, whichever you use more for communication. It is one instruction after the other. There's, buy bread when you are coming. Gas has finished, though. We need more diesel
Or
for the
reels.
gen. Or reels, you are just sending, wait, absence.
Look at this. Watch
Hear
this.
this. Watch this. Hear this.
See what your mates
Watch
are
this.
doing.
Okay, see what this man said. This is what I have been telling you. You see, and all of these things, it affects that. Somehow now it's all about instructions.
Yeah.
All right, when you're coming home, buy bread, your mom is trying to reach you. No, baby, I'm thinking of you. Baby, I miss you. I mean, check the last 20 messages.
And this is the heat that thaws, crystallization in marriage.
Powerful.
Actually, as simple as those things are.
Yeah.
I once told a married man in counseling, I said, set an alarm, right? Set an alarm, 12, 3, 6,
Yeah.
to your home. Every 3 hours or every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Leave your wife a message, And I will just say this in closing because that's not our topic today. He did that day.
Wow.
When he got home, his wife literally, in his words, he said she flew on me.
My God.
She couldn't wait. And this was the woman that he kept complaining. I come back, she doesn't even acknowledge. She doesn't even do this. I said, just do that.
My God.
Then, when we talk the next time, let me know how it goes. And then he called me, he was like, Pastor Joy, as if she flew on me. I was
My
like,
God.
I don't need to know what happened afterwards. I don't need to. It's just little things, little hit here, intentionality, touching, paying attention, drop your phone when you guys are trying to have a conversation and stuff like that.
And this is what I want to say in closing. This is going to be my closing remark.
Amen.
Imagine your marriage as a car. I believe you need to deliberately drive it where you want it to go.
Yeah.
If you leave the steering, it will go into the bush. Because see, even if the alignment is straight, the road will turn. And then, and those are seasons in marriage, which they're not really things we want to get into it now. But the moment we hold ourselves responsible for the outcome of our home, for what this home becomes, we become intentional with what we are building. Then, we're going to do well.
That's so powerful.
We'll do so well.
I'm so excited you guys joined today and listened to us talk about what happens when your love, has grown cold, or when your love is tired. Right? What do you do? What are the what causes it? And how to bring it back alive.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. So you do me a favor. I want you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment if something we said blessed you. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And if you would love a one-on-one counseling session with me, you want to have a counseling session, probably you just need some things to unravel, you want to go through a process of healing in your marriage, please send us an email at noviruswellness@gmail.com.
Reminds me there. I remember I was telling someone how that, one day I came into the office, after you were done with your counseling sessions.
Okay.
And now I saw you praying for the clients. I said, this is something else.
Yeah.
I just left you.
Thank you.
Just flow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I do because I know that I've missed all the things that we have talked about.
Yeah.
I missed all the processes they've been through.
Yeah.
I want God to step in.
Yeah.
And reroute it. He invented it, so he should re-engineer it and make it whole again.
Powerful.
So so thank you for that. So you know how to reach out to us, you know how to reach out to me. All the details will be displayed on your screen. I look forward to hearing from you. If you have questions, you can also send them to noviruswellness@gmail.com, or you want us to shoot a video on something, a particular question in your heart, also send me an email either at joyshegodemi@gmail.com, or you want to reach out to us for counseling, then you can send a message to noviruswellness@gmail.com. Till I come your way again, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.